And lastly, and one of the most important things that we're doing is that we are mandating face covering for all El Pasoans. It's especially been mandated for essential business employees of essential businesses. It should have been to begin with. And it is also being mandated for those that you go into those essential businesses, you must wear a face covering. And the public at large is mandated to wear face coverings as well. With that, that's all I had in my quick notes. Judge, you want to pick up anything I left out? You're muted, Judge.
Well, once again, thank you, Mayor, for the collaboration and the hard work between our two legal teams, all the things that we have to go through. And of course, we're listening to the governor. We're adhering to his order and trying our best to make sure that his order is conducted properly. We do have a little bit of leeway because of our numbers increasing, that we do have a little leeway of tightening it up a little bit and getting the recommendation from public health. And the recommendation was that to take it one step further. And as the mayor said, we had already had mandated the masks for at restaurants and so forth. And we were now focusing primarily on businesses having the masks and being able to create that kind of a new scenario for everyone to understand the seriousness of this. But under the public health guidelines and from their recommendations, we felt it was necessary that we now had public masking. And that I feel takes into consideration not only the numbers, but the uniqueness that we have in our community, our proximities to Juarez and their challenges and the great effort that they're involved in. But we also have proximity to Las Cruces, and we have to take all of that into consideration. I continue to talk about the balance between public health and the opening of our economy, and I can assure you that through Mayor's initiatives and the support that we're giving those initiatives of focusing on the economy, making sure that we do the right thing, that we do take the right steps. And so we want to make sure that everybody is understanding there's frustration and people are really would like to get that order lifted as soon as possible. But we are being very conscientious, very cautious as we look at the numbers. The governor will be speaking on Monday, and there's more directives that will be coming. And some of them are in direct support of our orders. And if there's any differences or any significant differences, then obviously the mayor and I would once again collaborate and make a decision as to how to go forth on that. The one that I think recreation, we looked at the parks, and although they will be closed, there are some areas around the parks that have trails that will be facilitated and will be allowed to use. That'll be a little different. That we were asking not to go to the parks, but if there's trails or any in the periphery of the parks that can be used. But once again, we really, really want to convey that social distance is going to be the most important thing of anything that we do, whether it's the to-go retail, whether we're opening up the businesses a little further. We still have to abide by social distance. The wearing of a mask does not preclude that you do not obey the social distance that's being asked, the 6 feet distance between people that are in public. So once again, the mayor and I, we thank you wholeheartedly for our community to understand what we're going through and the response that we're getting. We still have situations that we need to reinforce and have people understand, but the majority of our community has been very responsive, and we thank you for that. We also thank Dr. Carranza and Jorge Rodriguez, Chief Rodriguez from the Office of Management, Emergency Management, and for the collaboration that we have. the balance between public health and opening the businesses is going to be extremely important. And that would allow the mayor and I to continue to move forward the opening of our economy. But I can tell you that as the numbers increase and there's indication that the community isn't responding, then we have to be more restrictive. So please keep that in mind as you begin to see more opportunities in our community, that you do adhere to the order as it is. Thank you very much, and the best of luck to the entire community as we move forward.
Dr. Ocarranza?
Yes, good afternoon. As Mayor Margo said, we are still seeing increased numbers in positive cases of COVID-19. Now we're up by 674. We continue monitoring the situation and see how the severity of the disease is in the community by the patients that are hospitalized and patients that are in intensive care and in a ventilator. We continue seeing numbers going up, and hopefully those numbers will start slowing down as the days go by. But with this move about ordering everybody in the community to wear face masks is going to be a way that everybody's going to protect each other. We want to make sure that all our community are thinking of not just yourself, but everybody and all the people in their household. We know that many families have been affected by the COVID-19, and we want to make sure that many other families don't get affected by this. Wearing masks, observing social distancing, washing the hands is going to be pivotal to slowing down the spread of the disease. We are very excited to continue expanding the testing capabilities by opening more the drive-through facility for collection of samples. And now we're just asking the population if they need to be tested. If they're symptomatic, call, make an appointment, and we'll be happy to collect a sample and test for COVID-19. We will continue seeing a higher number of people being tested, and hopefully we see that these numbers of positive tests are going to be slowing down. But we'll continue monitoring the situation and how the disease affects our community.